What's going on, people? Welcome to the Roses Bookshop on eBay in my basement. I am Odessa Rose. I am a literary author, a very small, very small budget independent filmmaker, and I sell my novels on eBay as well as other used books. I'm on here down in the basement in the bookshop, and I am in the process of listing books right now. And I just finished listing Juanita Bynum's My Spiritual Inheritance. So that will be on the shop tomorrow. What I tend to do when I'm listing my books is schedule them for the next day. So that gives me time to be a day ahead. Eventually, I'm hoping I will be like 2 or 3 days ahead. So I'm getting really good at listing. The thing is, I have to just go ahead and list. So sometimes I just come down here and just pitter-patter around in the shop because I just like it so much. But I'm like, okay, you have to do something other than just stand around staring at it going, oh, this is so nice, okay? So, so I just finished listing this book, and I am getting ready to list this play by Margaret Edson called Wit. I've never heard of this play, but I picked it up and it sounds really interesting. I did a little research on it, and it sounds like something I would want to carry in the store. So I'm getting ready to list this, and when I'm listing, I have my own little database that I do. I can just use eBay. eBay has a spreadsheet where you can download all your stuff, every book that you have. But when I first started researching how to open a bookstore on eBay, a lot of the videos were talking about people's accounts getting banned and suspended and all of that for little things. And so I was like, if that happens, I don't want to rely on eBay to keep my database. So I have an Excel spreadsheet that I list all my books in, and it's doing pretty well. I know one thing I need to do is take off the books that have already sold. I normally highlight them in green, but it makes it look as if I have all these books that are to list, but a lot of them have sold. So right now I'm at 1,281. In my bookstore right now, I have active listings. Let me see. I have about 800 active listings. So, I don't want to, so I need to clean that up. And I'm going to do that in the next couple of weeks, because my main thing is to get this bookshop up and running. And I know there's going to be things that are going to get in the way. I know I won't be able to be 100%, but I want to do a lot better than I used to. And I think I'm off to a good start. So when I list a book, I normally start at the photography station, and I enter all the information into my database. I list the condition of the book, where I got it from. So I put the title in, I put the author, I put the publisher, because these are things that eBay is going to ask when I finally list it. And a lot of it I can just cut and paste. And so then they ask the publication date, and ask if it's a first edition. I normally put that down, and I put down how many copies I have. Normally I just have one copy of a book. And then, of course, the category, whether it's fiction, non-fiction, if it's a stage play, paperback or hardcover, and what condition it's in. This one I'm going to list as good. It's in really good condition. I could probably, well, not now. So there's some marking here. So I would list this as good, and still just let the buyer know. I will take a photograph of this to let them know that there's an inscription there on that page. And I always flip through to see if there's any writing, any highlighting, and if it's not, if it is, I let them know. If it's not, I just have a standard thing that says no highlighting, marking, or anything like that on the page. And so that's in there. And then I also note where I bought it from, if I got it from Goodwill, if I got it from a donation, a book haul, that kind of thing. And then I write down how much I paid for it, so that I can keep a track of, I need to make money at this. I can't just keep giving books away, which sometimes I do. But so I pay attention to how much I pay for things, and then I have to put down how much it weighs, what package I put in, and then once I do the packaging, I have to also measure that package so that I have the right shipping information, so that I don't get to the post office and they say, oh, this weighs more than that. So I have a scale, I use a tape measure and all of that, just so I'll know how much a book weighs and what, how much it's going to cost to ship. Because once I put those measurements in and the weight, eBay gives me the price that's going to cost to ship. And then I have this section, my SKU number, to let me know what shelf I'm going to put it on, so that I'll be able to find it, and then what day I'm going to list it. So that's all in my little spreadsheet. And so I'm going to enter that information in, and then I will post it on eBay and have it scheduled to list for tomorrow. So that's what I am doing now. I have this book to list. I'm going to list Days with Toad and Frog. I remember reading this. I got this book because I read this book when I was a kid, and I've read it over and over and over. I don't know why I like this book, but it's a fun book. Even still, like when I saw it and I looked through it, it just took me back to my childhood. So I got that. I'm going to list Nora Roberts' Northern Lights. I'm going to list that. And then I have these two books. I'm going to mail them together. It's The American Scene, Lives, and it's about people, the lives of people in America. So look at that. Open the book up and there's Stephen King. So yes, that's what's in here. Just people. Robert Kennedy. So that's what this little collection is. It's book 6 and 7. So, and this little card is what I use sometimes to note the weight, because the shipping station, even though the shipping station is right there, it's literally right there, but I have to get up. I don't want to keep getting up and saying, okay, that's what this is, and then coming back over to the computer. I could turn the screen around and all that, but I have a laptop. So my laptop is where I normally do this stuff. But I thought I'd already put this information in the database, and I found that I didn't. And my laptop is upstairs, and I didn't feel like going upstairs to get it. So I just went back to my old method. And I actually love these little cards. I made them up myself. So I just love these little cards. I wanted to keep using them, but I told myself that was silly. So, but I can use them, every now and then. So, yep, that's what I'm doing now. And so I'm going to get back to it, get to work. And I will see you guys next time at the Rose's Bookshop or on eBay in my basement. Y'all have a good night.